Hey guys, what's up? It's Chunks and welcome to Clash of Saiyans. On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at dragons at Town Hall 10, and I'm going to do something a little bit different for you guys today. We have two attacks on the same base. The first one's going to be the failed attempt, but it was an 85% 2-star, giving a very good plan. I'm then going to show you guys a side-by-side of where the plan was corrected and how we came up with that and did not scrap the whole plan. And then I will finally show you guys the 3-star attack in the end and all the corrections you can see together. But as you can see, Big E, he's going to come in with a queen walk, recognizing that there are 4 air defenses on one side of the base and the queen is on the opposite side of the base. If you see something like this, there's a good chance that you can run dragons because the dragons will be able to overpower the queen on the backside. And then with the air defenses down, if you can get all 4 of them, there's a very good likely chance that your dragons will be able to survive through the base. But as you can see, Big E, he comes in, wall breakers in that wall, and he's able to get access to that second air defense. Pulls out the clan castle, it's a couple archers and a hound in there, so nothing too taxing on the queen that she should not be able to deal with only having one expo on her. And then he's just going to sneak in a wizard once that hound pops to help take care of those lava pups. He's going to get that Barb King on the top side. Had 2 wall breakers to go in there and hit that air defense, and then he gets the Barb King ability just to go through the wall, take out that air defense, and then he finally, with his queen, gets down that 4th air defense while she's battling those sweepers, finally gets that expo down, and then he's going to come in with the dragons. As you can see on this one, there's only about a minute and a half left, and 40% of the base has been taken out so far. So one of the big things that we noticed on this was time. Everything needed to be started a little bit faster. But he goes ahead, gets down the balloons, so they will go in there, soak up some of those traps if there's anything. You don't want any of these seeking air mines being able to hit the dragons, as they can drain the health on them fairly quick. But he has that heal spell down, so that way his balloons come out of that inferno with full health, gets the dragons back up, and then they're easily able to take care of that queen. He notices that the Barb King actually survives the attack as well. Once the queen dies off, the healers switch over to him to get him back up, but he's just going to work on the walls. But then we recognized on the backside of the base, he's got a decent amount of dragons still left with a good amount of health, and they're working. There you go. The Seeking Air Mines hit a couple of the dragons and take down some of their health. So we knew that was one of the areas that dragons needed to avoid. But we'll go ahead, allow this one to completely play through. But as you can see, he's still got a good portion of the base left as the time is ticking down. But coming in with a 2% or 2-star 85% attack on this, we knew that this plan had something in it. But there was just a couple of mistakes that needed to be taken care of. We'll go ahead and do the side-by-side coming up here. And we'll go ahead and point out the things that we were able to fix. So whenever you see a good plan like that, you don't have to necessarily scrap the whole plan. Go back and look for things that you can fix. As you can see, his ham comes in on the second attack for the 3-star and basically starts off with the exact same plan. But you're going to see here some of the things that are going to change. The first one is he's going to get that rage spell down earlier, and then he's going to drop 5 wall breakers all together through that rage spell, so that way, as you can see on Big E's side on the left, the Tesla pops up, is able to take out a few of those wall breakers, forces him to have to drop a few additional ones, and then he's only left with 2 when he gets up to get his Barb King in. His ham was able to drop all 5. They were able to hit that rage, sneak in, open up that wall, and then it allowed him to have the three wall breakers that you can see him drop on the top side, so he is able to get his Barb King into that top air defense quicker. And then once we go to the full replay of the 3-star, you will be able to see, if you notice right off the start, the times are different on this. The dragons were started a whole lot earlier, and they actually came from the south on this attack from the 3 to 5 o'clock side, so that way his queen eventually stays up in the end because those Inferno Towers get taken out, and it allows his queen to not necessarily get hit by those Infernos and die off like it did in Big E's attack. So here we go. We'll jump in to the 3-star full replay for you guys so you can see it all in action. And once again, you can pay attention to how we fix these. The wall breakers was one of the key things fixing this. Just on Town Hall 10, there's not many rooms for mistakes. So knowing that we needed to fix the wall breakers was one of the big things that allowed this attack turn into a 3-star. The second big thing was time on this one. As you saw in Big E's attack, he just got to the end and just kind of ran out of time. On his hands, he's going to start everything a whole lot quicker than Big E did. He's already got that Barb King down before the Queen even gets up into that pocket to pull out that Clan Castle, and he's already getting the wall breakers down, so that way, once the Barb King has made his way through that gold mine, he will turn around and then just go straight in for that air defense. And then as you can see, the dragons have already started at the bottom. He gets them spread out pretty good, so that way he has a nice big funnel down there. And they're going to come through that bottom side. The balloons go in. They're going to sneak out in front of those dragons since the dragons are soaking up that inferno. They're going to hit those seeking air mines down on the bottom side, so that way no dragons go down there. And then the dragons will step up, take care of the queen in the core, and then continue on their path through the remainder of the base. The balloons get completely out in front. They're able to take care of that backside inferno, soak up the seeking air mine that's in the inferno tower compartment. And as you see, the Queen and Barb King are able to make it up through the whole attack solely because he was able to start those dragons earlier and get them in there to take out the bottom side of the base. So that way the Queen would not just get pounded by that Expo and those Inferno Towers. And as you can see, he still has a good amount of dragons on the top side as the Queen and heroes work to finish up this base. So once again, if you have a solid plan on the first attack, don't look to wipe the whole plan. Look to see if there are just little mistakes that were made on the plan that you can take care of. Also, if you want to use dragons, look to see if you can find all of the air defenses on one side. It's usually a pretty easy attack or a solid plan to come in with dragons if you can get all 4 of those air defenses and then just have the dragons with a few balloons go in to take out the Queen. But that's going to wrap up things for today, guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the bottom, and I will try to answer everything I can for you guys. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks signing out.